Hi, welcome to the next installment, or the latest installment of The Return, as we get ready to reopen the campus of the church at 434. And we're looking forward to having you here. You already know, hopefully by now, that we begin our regathering with two worship services, one at 9, one at 11:15. I've been asked the question, which one is going to be better? And the answer is simple, and I mean this from the heart, whichever one you're at. That sounded genuine, didn't it? I hope so. Because we really do mean that. Whichever one you're at is going to be the best one because you'll be there and we want you to be there. And that's really important. But it also means that for the first few weeks as we open up, you're going to have to remember some things are going to be just a little bit different in our new normal. For example, here in our main hallway, Cup of Joe is everyone's favorite destination. Matter of fact, when you walk in the door and you come in down the hallway, you get immediately stuck in that intersection, that T where all the activity is as people move different directions. And Cup of Joe is everybody's frequent first stop because in Cup of Joe, you can get coffee, you can get juices, you can get something to drink, but also beyond that, you're always able to find some kind of snack or food or breakfast type material. And some of it, yes, is even homemade, handmade, and out there just waiting for you to eat. They put a whole counter of stuff out there. Sorry to let you know that when we open up, Cup of Joe will not be open. One of the things that we're trying to do is trying to, again, create an environment where people are confident and comfortable. And we're also trying to do some things that would go a long way toward keeping us healthy and kind of mitigate the spread of germs just a little bit. So as a result, we won't be seeing Cup of Joe yet. Now, we're going to be bringing it back online as quickly as we can. It won't be exactly as it was when we shut everything down a month and a half ago. But it's coming back and it's getting brighter all the time. And so our future is going to be great, but Cup of Joe will not be open. And so be prepared for that. What does that mean? That means that you're going to have to stop for coffee somewhere on the way in. The Dunkin' Donut right down the street opens at 6 a.m. at Sunday. They'll be ready for you to come on by. You can hit McDonald's. You can hit somewhere else. Bring it in with you. We'll let you bring it into the building. That's not the case. We're not trying to keep food out. We're simply not going to be providing it. We'll get back to that very, very quickly. Also, that means that something else may not be open. The Kids Zone's not going to be open the first week that we're open, and it will be a couple of weeks before we actually phase that back in as well. So if you have young children, you're going to worship with them, and we're going to worship together as families. We understand that kids can get a little rambunctious, and so if you need to slide out with them, we understand that. We're going to have plenty of space where you can slide into an overflow room, be able to continue worshiping in there, and then also be here to be able to see everybody else and to be able to greet one another. And so that's going to be important to be back together. So we're going to make that provision as well. As soon as possible, we already have a plan in place and we're working to make it happen now. The Kids Zone, where you can drop off your young children for celebration worship, will be back in place, and we'll be communicating with parents what that looks like, how that's going to work, what do you need to know. Then down the road, Sunrise Bible Study comes back, but that means first week, it's not happening either. So there's nothing in that in-between block between the two worship events. So you'll come to worship and then you'll go back home. But at least we'll be back together again, and we look forward to doing that. And the question has come in more than one time, and so once again, I will remind you, we are continuing to stream live as well, because if you are vulnerable, and because if you have some other health-related issues where you feel like it's just not safe for you to get into an environment with some people that may not be running in the same circles you are, or maybe you're just not comfortable around people yet, we understand that. We want you to come back on your terms when you're ready. We just want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to make it the best experience possible. So, no Cup of Joe this week, no Kids Zone coming up this week, no Sunrise Bible Study when the return takes place. Simply celebration worship 2 different times. It won't be long. You'll be able to step back in, but that's down the road just a little bit. I look forward to seeing you at the return.